Well, we're starting a great day with you as well this morning and giving advice on a topic that affects everyone. We're talking about bullying in schools, and earlier we looked at the different types of bullying, and our educational psychologist gave us suggestions as to how to effectively address this problem. Now, we're also looking and we're taking this conversation even further. Anel Annandale is with us in our studio, and we're just getting some advice as parents. What do you do if your child's the bully?
It's very important to make it very, very clear to them that you don't approve of their behavior. They have to know it's not okay. But always separate behavior from character.
Okay,
it's not,
explain.
So what you are doing is naughty, not you are a naughty person.
Right.
So, because that keeps the potential for change. I can change my behavior, but not necessarily who I am as a person.
That is such a good solution. Okay, so you do address it and you tell your child, I'm actually not proud of what you are doing.
Absolutely. They need to know it's not okay. Very important then to also help them. Now what? It's not okay, but help them devise a plan together. What are you going to do together to change that? And monitor it. Keep an eye on it. Is it getting better, worse? Is it getting better? And at each stage, address it if there's a problem. And ask the teachers and other parents to help you monitor it as well.
What are some of the common reasons? Why do kids become bullies?
As we discussed earlier, when we chat to bullies, we often find it's because they themselves feel unworthy and they try to get some social status by doing that. Sometimes children have impulse control behaviors. They don't mean to hurt others, but they act and then it's already done.
Yeah.
They might have anger management difficulties or problem-solving difficulties. Maybe they don't know how to solve a problem, or there might even be a really big underlying problem that causes them so much frustration and anger that this is a way for them to express it.
I like what you've said, how there's an underlying problem, and sometimes it's a small problem. Maybe they can't speak or they don't know how to verbalize their words and they're being aggressive towards other children because that's the easiest way to out it. When we come back, I mean, a lot of the time when your child is being bullied, you're the one that makes a phone call to the school. Do you, as the mom, father, person taking care of the bully, do you also call the school up and go, I know what is busy happening?
Absolutely. It's a societal problem. It doesn't just involve the bully and the person being bullied. It's everyone's problem to solve it.
Okay. I like how you involve everybody and say, you know what, just own up to it. There's nothing as bad as a mother of a bully and then they ignore it.
Yes.
Or say, but it didn't happen and everyone saw it happening. Go back to the beginning. We've talked about what bullying is. There's people that are watching this morning and seeing our program for the first time. Go back to the basics. What is bullying?
The most important two elements are that it's aggressive behavior, whether it's physically aggressive or even passive aggressive behavior. And there's always some power imbalance. One person seems to hold more power than the other, whether it's true or just perceived. It can be physical, kicking, pushing, shoving, spitting even. It could be verbal, where children call each other names or swear at each other, or even social, where we try and embarrass other people, where we exclude them. We don't want to play with them, just ignore them. All of those elements come into play.
I almost think that there's a universal problem here that we can address. Sometimes people have certain types of behavior, whether they discriminate or whether they act as bullies. Is there no form of program, education, system that can educate parents even and give them the tools to equip their children?
It's absolutely part of the life skills program at school, and I think that's wonderful. But for parents, unfortunately, like you say, there isn't much. And I do think that there needs to be some program for them to go and have a look at. What I would just like to address, and which we haven't really touched on, is the role of bystanders in all of this. Everybody's seeing somebody else being bullied, and bystanders actually have the greatest power in trying to change the situation.
So there is something to teach our children, not just if you are the bully or you being bullied, but if you're a bystander and you see this type of behavior, it's also maybe good to say something. And now, thank you so much for your valuable contribution this morning. We're talking bullying, and yeah, we definitely are hard to effectively address this problem. Well, this conversation is going to continue. Perhaps you have something to say at Expresso Show on our Twitter feed. You're welcome to comment or say something. Perhaps you have some advice. There's loads more happening on the show. Guys, over to you.